All right.
Good afternoon, respected ma'am and my dear friends. Today we have gathered here for our PPT presentation on the topic BCG metrics. So starting from so here are our group members: me, Roshan, Ankit, Anugrah, and Samail. So starting with the introduction of BCG metrics. BCG metrics, Boston Consulting Group product portfolio metrics. It is also known as growth. It is also known as growth share metrics, and the Boston Group or the product portfolio metrics is developed by the Bruce Hanson in 1968, one of the American businessmen and the management expert. It is designed to help with the long term strategic planning to consider a business growth opportunity by reviewing its portfolio, or to decide whether to invest in any product, or to discontinue with the product. The main purpose of BCG metrics is to make an investment decision on the corporate level, and the analysis is done with the two different variables. That first one is relative market share, and the second one is market growth rate. And now I move to the topic of relative market share. Relative market share is used to measure the company competitiveness. That is, exact measure of the relative market share is the company share related to its competitor. For example, if we take example of a two sector, that is two automobile units. That is, first one is Tata Motors, and and the second one is Mahindra. If the Tata Motors has the 30% market share, and the Mahindra has 60% market share, then their ratio will be 1:2. And the cutoff point is generally 1:0. That is, company should have least similar market share with the competitors. Otherwise it will be considered in the weak position. And the main assumption of the market share, that is more market share with more market share with leads to the more cash generation. And the second one is market growth rate, and it is used to measure the company attractiveness. And mainly the rapidly growing market needs more investment as to in the long term, as to get more ROI. So mainly cutoff point here is 10%. If we take example of ITC, if ITC is performing average of approx 13% per annum, then we can say that the company has the highest market growth rate. And BCG metrics is divided into four quadrant, that is stars, question mark, cash cow, and the dog. Stars are the product which have high market growth rate with relatively high market share. And the second one is problem child, and question mark, or the problem child, that is product or the unit with high market share with relatively low market growth. And the third one is cash cow, that is product or the business with low growth market with high market share. And the fourth one is dog, that is product with low market growth and with a relatively low market share. Now I like to call my friend Roshan for further explanation.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Roshan Kumar, and I am here to present the question mark matrix. In this matrix, the relative market share is low and the growth rate is high. Venture or startups usually started with this question mark. They have potential to gain market share and become a star. If managed well, question mark will grow rapidly and consume a large amount of cash investment. If they don't succeed in becoming market leader, they might degenerate into dogs. When market growth decline after years of cash consumption, they have to analyze carefully in order to determine whether they are worth the investment required to grow market share. Mainly in this matrix, the decision is to take by the common company, that is in this situation investment is done or not. Intro of question mark is over. Now come to the example. ITC food ITC foods come under the question mark category. The food industry in FMCG sector is expected to grow by 23.15% CAGR by 2021. ITC FMCG products, particularly foods, is growing, but the growth rate is only 7.3%. The product is in a high growth market, but the market share is low. Hence, it is a question mark, which means it shows rapid growth but lower profit margin. It needs a great deal of cash to increase the market share. The marketers can either use the cash to invest heavily in gaining market share or acquire competitors to drop the SBU at all. They will need to make a lot of efforts to make the question mark progress to a star, not a dog. Thank you. Now the next matrix will be explained by my friend Ankit. That is
Good
star.
morning, ma'am, and good morning, everyone. Myself, Ankit, and today I am here to express my views on star quadrant of BCG matrix. Basically, it indicates the large market share with fastest grow industry. Due to high market growth, due to high market growth, and to be in a star section, the industry need a high investment for this, and the competition is also high in this quadrant. When the and when the industry is in maturity phase, it becomes cash cow. Basically, we call it is the best phase of any industry, because in this phase they see the growth and high profit together. Some of the examples are paper boats and packaging are the examples, and we know that the ITC are the big player in market. So the examples of ITC hotels and ITC agri business is the best suitable examples for a start. Now I would like to call my friend Anugrah for further explanation.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Anugrah Nayan, and I am going to explain the cash cow matrix. In the cash cow in this matrix, the relative market share growth rate is low, and market share is high. As we know, operating in the industry for many, market growth may decline and start like transform into cash cow. Because of they still have a large market share in the market, profit and cash flow are expected to be generated in a regular manner. Because of the low growth rate, it should require a less investment, and in this we can generate the excess cash, and the excess cash to be harvested from cash cow. Cash cow investment in other business until like seems just like in star or question mark matrix, unlimited the bring the balance and stability to be a portfolio. For example, we can take an example of ITC cigar and cigarette and cigar companies, where we can see that is a high market growth, relativity growth rate of the ITC cigar company was low, but it generate a maximum profit, and from there he start to disinvestment and invest in other sectors, just like in Kingfisher and many others products. And for other explanation, I would like to call my friend Samail Karim for the next metric. Good afternoon to all of you. My name is Enquiry and I'm going to present the last
You're
matrix.
able to hear him?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to explain the last matrix, that is log matrix. In this matrix, the relative market is low as well as the growth rate is also low. And these units neither trade nor consume large part of cash. And in this, investors are not much interested in this matrix. This business can be harvested or divested. Now I have taken an example of ITC. Roshan, please change the slide. ITC Infotech, ITC Infotech. This company faces immense pressure by the competitors like Infosys, SCL, and with these competitors, ITC Infotech are unable to and face the market. So and ITC Infotech have low market share and low market growth. So at most, stocks eventually leave the marketplace. So ITC Infotech existence is questionable here. That's all. Now I would like to call my friend Vishal for further explanation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shamail. And now we move to our next topic, that is BCG metric relation with the product life cycle. As we know that the product life cycle is all about the introduction of product, and as it go to decline phase, and it on the measure of its growth, profitability, and the demand. So the question mark in the BCG matrix is compared to the introduction phase. That is when the product are launched in the market. We don't know that if the product is properly managed, that it then it may go to the star phase, or otherwise it may also go to the dog phase. This is the most crucial phase for the marketer, and the marketer may decide that how to introduce on the basis of that what pricing he select, and what is the main demand for the customer, and on the different basis, that is technology and the consumer perception. And the fourth one, and the second one is star. We can compare with the growth market. That is when the sale are increasing at their fastest rate, and it generate a large amount of cash, but also required heavy investment. And the third one is cash cow, that we can compare with the maturity phase. That is when the sales are near their highest, and the market is saturating slowly. Here the marketer can use his long term sales planning, that is long term or short term sales planning, to sustain in the market. And the fourth, and the he can make diversification in the product, so as to sustain in the market, or he can provide offer, or he can cut off his price rate to and try to remain sustained in the market. And the fourth one is dog, that we can compare with the decline phase. That is sales is nearly decline, and the market began to liquidate. The marketer here should sell or liquidate product. So that's all, ma'am. Hope you have, if you have any question, then you can ask. And thank you for the opportunity, ma'am. Thank you all.
Is there any question anyone have to ask? Class, is there any question? Yes or no? अरे नहीं है तो say no.
No, ma'am.
Arush is the first one to answer. Anyone else?
No question, ma'am.
So let's move to next group. वैल्यू चेन वाले हैं यहाँ पे? किसी को भी याद नहीं है वैल्यू चेन किसको मिला था टॉपिक?